Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another crypto market update. Happy Monday to everybody. Today is February 10th, 2025, foul year of our Lord. Hopefully everybody is doing absolutely fantastic today, wherever you happen to be tuning in from. We have an interesting market today. We've got a great show for you guys today. And I do promise, hopefully tomorrow, we will have a new, better, updated stream starting scene. That one was a little off-putting with the countdown from 10 showing up about every 1 minute and 30 seconds for a 5-minute countdown. Yes, I agree. Changes need to be made. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is your daily source for the cryptocurrency markets, systems trading education, and everything you need to succeed better in the markets. We're going to start off today with a little bit of conversation again about why you need to really account for discounting your unrealized P&L. So what do I mean by this? Well, you can, I'm sure you can agree with this. Many of you, probably all of you watching this, have at some point throughout the cycle looked at your gains, looked at either your portfolio size, if you're kind of an all-in crypto guy, right, long-term cycle type of person, or whether you're just looking at the balance in your trading account. All right. At some point in time, over the last 12 months, that number was the highest that it's ever been. And I guarantee you that number is likely lower than that right now for the vast majority of you watching this show. Now, there are very many reasons for that, obviously. One, again, if you're kind of an all-in type of person, invested into the coins, you know, you hold or longer term positions, then obviously the market is down. So you are well off of your peak portfolio value. And if you're a trader, well, odds are, again, small percentage of you have been outperforming, I'm sure, over the last couple of months. But the vast majority of traders have not been overperforming the market average over the last couple of months. And we've had lots of opportunities over the last couple of months to get tilted, to revenge trade, to do all of these kind of negative, harmful behaviors to your overall net equity that are going to reduce that max portfolio value. So I want to talk about the fact that you always need to discount that max portfolio value. Anytime that you are looking at that number in your account, you need to realize that there is a vast difference between the unrealized P&L in your account or on a trade and the money that's actually going to go into your bank account that you're going to be able to spend and improve your life. So let's talk about that. Why is that the case? Well, the reality is that nobody, not the best trader in the world, not the best firm in the world, is able to accurately predict what is the exact market top. The people who actually nail the market top generally do so by accident. And it's not as if there's this secret cabal of individuals where they absolutely time the top and then everybody else is just down from them. Everybody is on a spectrum. We're all on the spectrum, but everybody is on a spectrum of how well they're able to manage their capital, to extract value out of the markets. And this is going to be true for your trading strategy. And this is also going to be true for, of course, holding your full port in crypto. But you need to discount that max portfolio value because the reality is that you're not going to sell the top. You are going to sell a pullback. And invariably, when we get towards the end of a cycle, what often happens to just about everybody is that we're unable to and really predict or feel that this big pullback that we've experienced is the beginning of the end or the beginning of the bear cycle per se. And we've been conditioned generally by an up-only market to view all to view all pullbacks as dip buying opportunities. So the reality is often what people will do in cryptocurrency is that following the first big pullback, kind of following a market top, they will, having been conditioned to view this as a buying opportunity, either buy more at that point in time and stay in, or they will lever up. And levering up obviously is the big mistake here, but it's understandable because you've been conditioned to view these pullbacks as dip buying opportunities. And so then the market tends to go up for a little bit and then it slams back down harder. So you understand that first pullback opportunity was your first sell opportunity, right? following a market peak. That was your first opportunity to get out at a discount, and that's already being discounted from the market peak. Bitcoin pulling back anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15%. See, that was your first opportunity to take your haircut. Okay, but now you've entered in more. The market moved up a little bit. You felt rewarded, but now it's down here. Okay, so now again, where you could have initially gotten out for a 5 to 7% discount off of your max portfolio value, and we're just talking about Bitcoin at this point in time. Obviously, altcoins, we can double and triple these numbers, but now you're talking about executing for a 15% discount down here. All right. And again, do you then make the secondary mistake of doubling up or levering up, which of course are going to compound and magnify these these losses? And this is going to be true in every cycle that you trade. This is going to be true no matter what your strategy is, because the strategy that performs very, very well in an up-only market, that buys every pullback, that aggressively longs every breakout, that strategy will not make money over the last couple of months. It just simply won't. And one of the best indications you can have for is the market cycle switching, is the market cycle changing, is that most of you should have two strategies. You should definitely have one, which is your higher time frame trend following strategy. That is the most successful strategy in cryptocurrency. It allows you to receive the large amount of gains, and cryptocurrency is a momentum based asset class, i.e. these trends can persist for very long periods of time. And if you're a kind of, 2% profit target type of trader, well, that's fine, but you will always invariably, almost always lose money in a raw P&L term to a similar strategy that simply just holds for a longer period of time. Ichimoku, moving average strategies, simple MACD crossover strategies, what have you. Those strategies actually perform very, very well in a bull market. And this is why, thus the saying, everybody's a genius in a bull market, because even the simplest strategies that you can go on YouTube and Google, and they're like, hey, what's the easiest trend following strategy? Oh, well, when the MACD crosses and these moving averages cross over, that shit actually works in a bull market, and everybody feels like a genius. Everybody feels like a trader. People quit their jobs and become full-time traders. You know what I mean? But see, the problem is that the reward that you get, the education that you get from that, the success that you get from that, that evaporates. It's not as if it dwindles, it evaporates in a bear market. And people are often very, very slow to accommodate or shift. So two strategies. The higher time frame trending strategy, which is hands down perfectly like the simplest and best strategy that you can have in a bull market in cryptocurrency, and you should always focus on creating that first. Even if you're in a bear market, your focus should not be on how can I make money per se right now. That should be your second focus. Your first focus should be how can I really make a ton of money when we get into another bull market, following whatever cycle we're on, the 4-year cycle, the 2-year cycle, the halving cycle, the plan B, whatever cycle you want to follow. Bitcoin moves up and down on a cycle, as do stocks. And so that's the first strategy you should always have perfected. Your daily, 4-hour, higher time frame trend following strategy, weekly, daily, 3-day, 5-day. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Go out and build the goddamn thing. You'll thank me later. But following that, especially if you want to get into perps, you can really maximize your profit, increase the amount of profit that you can extract out of the market if you then do focus on a lower time frame, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour trend following strategy. Because it will allow you to catch those punctuated movements with higher leverage, with higher position sizing, lower holding times. And so those are the two strategies that tend to work insanely well for everybody in a bull market. Even the simple buy and hold works really, really well, except at the end, because they don't know when to sell, because they don't have exit criteria and they're greedy. And so when your lower time frame trend following strategy stops working really well for, let's say, a month or two, or a month or 2 weeks, that is your clear sign that something is fundamentally happening to the market structure, to the market cycle that you're currently in. And it's probably time for you to adjust. Okay. And I've gone over this very many times, right? Everybody is really obsessed. All of the content that you're seeing right now on X, on YouTube, all of these idiots, they're just like, oh, the bull market's coming any day. It's going to turn around any moment. Could you imagine not buying right now with Eric Trump bull posting Ethereum and Vitalik and this and that and Donald Trump? These people do not have your financial best interest at heart. They don't know shit. okay? Because they're not traders. Everyone bull posting right now, and I don't want to be Mr. Negative. I don't want to be too bearish, right? I really don't. I hope that the bull market continues. But all of these people who are constantly bull posting all of this nonsense, making you think that you're an idiot for not buying right now, for not buying every dip, they're not really trading, okay? They're making money off of content. They're not making money off of their ByBit account. And they're just bull posting for two reasons. One, because bull posting generates a lot of volume. It generates a lot of social volume. The social media metrics on this are very clear, all right? If you bear post, if you're like, oh, people hate it, they don't engage with your content, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that bear posting nonsense. But if you bull post, we could be in the depths of the bear market, right? Or let's not say the depths of the bear market, because then bull posting might actually make sense. We could be at the beginning of the bear market, looking down the barrel at 18 months of downwards price action, and bull posting content is going to get, oh my God, yeah, you're so right. Like, we need to, why could we possibly be bearish on Ethereum right now? It's going to get a lot of social volume. It's going to get a lot of traction, and content creators make money off of volume, just like exchanges make money off of volume, just like sales companies make money off of volume. It's all about volume. So you have to remember and understand that all of these content creators on the internet who are bull posting right now are just, one, posting for social volume, and two, posting because if they're right by luck, then they can go back and be like, oh, can you see? I predicted the bottom. Follow me. Buy my course. Blah, blah, blah. By the way, buy my course, link in the description. And there's no accountability, right? There's no accountability. 99% of their followers are not going to hold their feet to the fire and be like, well, yeah, dude, but like, you bull posted for like 6 months straight. You know what I mean? Even a broke clock is right twice a day. There's not that level of accountability for content creators in the cryptocurrency space. I'm sorry to tell you this, because people want to hear what they want to hear. And what they want to hear is that their unsophisticated trading strategies of buying crypto and hoping number goes up is successful, is the right strategy. And it's not. It's not, right? This is why you wash out. This is why people wash out of the game. And this is why every single cycle, you know what I mean? Like, we get a wave of new retail traders coming in thinking that they're geniuses towards the tail end of the bull market, and they very, very quickly get washed out. So I'm not saying that the bull market's over. I'm not saying that this or that. I don't know any better than the rest of you. I'm a systems trader. When my system gives me a signal, I take the signal. My job as a systems trader, as a strategy creator, is to understand the metrics that I need to see to understand when I need to shift my strategies from trend following bull market to trend following bear market, which we're not there yet, to mean reversal trading, which is basically where I'm at right now, because we're essentially just trading volatility. That's where the alpha is right now. And there's nothing wrong with continuing to run your trend following system, but other adjustments you can make are, of course, reducing the position sizings that you take or the frequency of trades. Cooldown timers are a very good feature right now. Max drawdown over a period of a week or a period of a month are absolutely essential. Everyone who goes through the Pathways to Profit course gets a spreadsheet with the cardinal sins of trading. And over trading is one of those, right? You have to have a limit on how much you're willing to risk per week, per month, per day. And you have to follow those rules. And you have to be humble enough to understand that if you want to trade, if you want to be a trader, or if you want to be a pajama trader, everybody wants to do it. Wake up whenever we want, sit in front of the computer, take some trades, make some content, you know, never have to put deodorant on, right? Don't talk to people. It's a great job. Okay, but it's not easy. It's not just this wave. It's not this open fountain of milk and honey that's going to come into you for absolutely no effort. You've got to be smart about it, because there's some very smart, dedicated, talented people, and the market is remorseless. It will take from you without even thinking about it. So, in summary, be very wary of bull posting. They don't have your best interest in mind. Always focus on building that higher time frame bull market strategy first, because at the end of the day, over the long run, over the years and months, that's going to make you the most amount of money. And two, Just be aware of the signs and signals. They're not going to come from your technical analysis. They're not going to come from your fundamental analysis of the market. They're not going to come from monitoring the headlines or this or that, or speculating on what Trump will or will not do, what effect tariffs will or will not have on the market, what the bond market's doing, what the yields are doing. None of that stuff's nonsense. Give it all up. All right. You've got some of the best professionals in the world that are doing that stuff. And at the end of the day, they're basically guessing. All right. So what makes you think that you sitting in your mom's basement is going to do any better? I don't think any of you are watching this from your mom's basement. This is not a mom's basement kind of channel. I apologize for that. That was a lot. I'm sorry. As a systems trader, you have the ability to avoid all of that nonsense that people rely on generally, because they don't have what you should have, which is data from your strategy. How is my strategy performing? How have the last 10 trades for the strategy gone? How have the last 5 trades on this particular asset gone? What is my average? What is my win rate over the last year? And then what is my win rate over the last month? And what data, what in there should tell me that something is different and I need to make an adjustment? You can't just run the same strategy day in and day out. All right. With all of that out of the way. With all of that out of the way, a few quick programming notes. We, of course, do this show every single weekday from noon to 2 Central Standard Time, safe here in one of the flyover states, safely anchored away from the climate change creeping in on us from the East and West Coast. If you want to support what we're doing, please subscribe so you do not miss an episode. Hit the notification bell. You'll get notified when we go live every single weekday. And please like the video. It helps out more than you could possibly imagine with boosting us up in the rankings, boosting our view count, getting us up on that recommended page, all of the good things. Thank you very much. And share this video to your friends, your family, people you don't even like very much. They need to hear this content. Other things, you can watch us obviously on YouTube, Rumble, and X. All of our links to follow me on social media are down in the description down below. At the end of the day's video, we will be giving away another 1 billion Jesus coins. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned to the end of the show so you do not miss that. If you would like an opportunity to enter, you still absolutely can. In fact, you can enter before today's giveaway. All of that information on exactly how to enter is pinned on my X/Twitter. Link in the description, obviously, to follow me there. You can follow me at cracking_crypto. Very simple. And if you are interested in becoming a systems trader, I recommend you go through the Pathways to Profit course. All the links for that to our Crypto Trading Academy are down in the description. Otherwise, I highly recommend joining our free Discord. It is an invaluable resource to connect with other like-minded traders, post strategies, post charts, get some real feedback on guys who are doing this day in, day out. Our trench warriors in the Discord. Shout outs, my brothers and sisters. With all of that out of the way, I am going to make one quick adjustment here. What is going on? Why does it always do that? Give me a second here, boys. That would be no. Okay. There it is. We want, yes, this one. Okay. Boop. Boop. All right. And we're here. Okay. Shout outs to our early chatters. Let's get the music going. As always, if it's too loud, you're too old. Okay. Shout outs. Bob the Builder was the absolute first profit bear. I am feeling better. Thank you very much. I apologize that I wasn't here Friday. Crypto Caveman asks, Justin, what are my thoughts on Ethereum breaking a new all-time high this run? A hope and a prayer, my brother. A hope and a prayer. Rudy LaPlane, best Monday. I'll actually catch the alert of the live show. Hey, Justin, good to see you, my friend. We've got Timmy, K. Wessie, Crypto Rick, Peckham, good to see you, my friend. Gaines, he says, I thought I was just paying the staff my portfolio one stop loss at a time, my friend. Alex81SG, happy Monday to you. AJ, all right, I'm on the internet, get off the phone. Yes, you guys got it right. Okay, let's start off as we always do, of course, with our macro. With our macro. Where's our macro chart? Odd. Open layout. BTC HTF. Okay. Sorry about that. Somebody must have been messing with my computer. All right. Anyways, where is Bitcoin at in its cycle? All right, still about the 50th percentile. We're actually below the 50th percentile. We're 5% below the center of the logarithmic channel. We are 300% below the logarithmic potential maximum of the bull market. And we're about 46% above support for BTC. Kind of really put that into perspective for you. We have noticed, of course, we can just pull up an SMA, which I should probably just have on the chart. A moving average simplified on the weekly time frame. You really need no look farther than this. Slap yourself on a 200 period weekly SMA. Make sure that it's yellow, because 200 SMAs should be yellow, and go ahead and make that baby a little girthy. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to miss it. All right. And so if we now take away MVRV cycle, we can essentially see that going back to 2015, and really obviously if this would calculate a little bit beforehand, which there is a script for that, but whatever, we can really see that anytime Bitcoin's price has been at or below the 200 weekly simple moving average, it's simple because it's simple, folks, it has been the time to stack sats. All right. It's very simple. Here it is back throughout the 2015 bear market. Here we are at the 2018, 2019 bottom. Here we are at the March meltdown in 2020, the COVID meltdown. And then, of course, following the bottom of 2022, which was probably the most brutal period of extended stay underneath there. And then, of course, we have the FTX collapse, which actually was the absolute bottom of the market the week of the collapse of FTX, November 2022. And so let's see here. We've done this before, but previous bull market or previous bear market bottom to subsequent bull market top took about 153 bars or 1,071 days. Similarly, the bottom to the top took about 1,064 days. And where are we at right now? Well, from the bottom to where we're, well, come on now. From the bottom to where we're currently at, we're about 833 days in. So we're still not quite there for a bull market cycle high. So fundamentally, I want to be very clear about this. From a fundamental perspective, I do not believe that the bull market is likely over. I do believe that we experience higher prices in 2025. It is not looking very good for the boys right now, but we're going to get into this here in a little bit when we get to our higher time frame charts. Really no reason from a fundamental perspective, in my opinion, I am still holding on to my BTC. I have not made any massive plays such as that so far. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, all right? Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 61.49%. We did just get a daily reversal signal from time transformation on Saturday. We have pulled back a little bit from then. We are still above all major moving averages, which is not bad for a potential setup. I just want to point out that the last reversal signal that we had only had 1 day of follow through, and then we got absolutely blasted in the face by Bitcoin dominance. All right. So why do we look at Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance really gives us an idea of whether we should expect to see Bitcoin and stablecoin dominance give us an idea of generally from a fund flow perspective, where can we see the market going over the next week or two, which is generally how these daily signals tend to work. So if we correlate Bitcoin dominance with stablecoin dominance has successfully bounced from the consolidation area where we bottomed in April and March of 2024, where we also had that fundamental catalyst of the Fed pausing, giving no clarity on rates. We've had a massive explosion in stablecoin dominance, exactly what I was worried about. I said if we closed above 6%, we were just going to run all the way. We were going to rip to the 200 daily SMA, which is exactly what's happened. We see some consolidation in here over the last 4 days, similar with Bitcoin, really hasn't done anything. And stablecoin dominance, similarly, similarly is also giving us a reversal signal. We also are quite overextended. So is a dip in stablecoin dominance coming, where we actually mean revert in USTD dominance, get a little bit of a move down here, maybe to 6%. We're sitting at 6.52% right now. If that happens, we are going to generally see cryptocurrency prices move up, which it seems that the market has been trying to do for the last little bit. Since we also see that correlating with Bitcoin dominance being overextended, it makes us want to turn a little bit of attention to altcoins. All right, altcoins are heavily oversold. This is others divided by the price of Bitcoin. So when we look at this chart, this is the performance of altcoins relative to Bitcoin. All altcoins excluding the top 10. And so we can see that we are heavily oversold on this metric. We are trending to the downside. I don't really see, I'm going to throw my reversal system on here right now. We do, of course, have a buy signal coming in heavily oversold conditions with regular bullish divergence as well. The last signal, we did not have regular bullish divergence. We were also heavily oversold. We're a little bit more heavily oversold now. We are also now, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, this is new yearly this is new yearly lows in altcoin price performance relative to Bitcoin. So there is another aspect here that we really do need to take into account, and that is the fact that altcoins have significantly outperformed Bitcoin this cycle. And so again, I don't want to be too bearish, but it would behoove me, excuse me, and also you guys, for me to simply point out that except for a few brief moments, this moment right here in November, altcoins really have not done anything for us this cycle in a massive way relative to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has simply been the Mac Daddy of them all. And so again, we are a momentum-based market. So what am I interested in? I'm interested in regaining that type of momentum. So the only thing I really see on the table right now, altcoins are of course not trending very strongly to the upside. Altcoins have been trending very strongly to the downside. That is likely, just looking at the charts and understanding statistics, likely going to be the most successful strategy moving forward. We do seem to have a higher risk mean reversion opportunity on the table, but just understand that I'm not too hot about that, right? I'm not overly excited. I'm not getting out over my skis about that, to be quite honest with you. All right, so we do have some potential movements coming into altcoins. We do have some fundamental on-chain, not on-chain, but some technical data to support that, with Bitcoin dominance being oversold, giving us a reversal signal, with with stablecoin dominance being overbought is what I meant to say earlier for Bitcoin. Overbought in our stablecoin dominance, rejecting currently or struggling and consolidating at the 200 daily SMA, and seeing that while that is all happening, altcoin performance is heavily oversold, presenting a mean reversion opportunity. So why did the music stop? Music stopped. I don't like that. Get the shuffle on, get the loop on. Okay. So that's where we're at there. Let's take a gander at Bitcoin here. We still have, of course, a bullish weekly and daily trend. We have a bearish 4-hour trend. We have a bullish hourly trend, a bullish 30-minute trend, and a bearish 5-minute trend. So quite a Christmas tree. So let's obviously start off on the weekly time frame. Good, we're logarithmic. Bitcoin's price is consolidating at approximately the 10-period weekly moving average. All right, we have not closed below the 10 weekly moving average yet, not in a significant fashion. Understand that closing below the 10 weekly moving average has always historically been very bad for Bitcoin, particularly when we were at or near market cycle tops. In almost every situation, we go down further. Right now, do we have any kind of support? Well, we have support in the form of our weekly uptrend coming in around $71,000. Don't think we probably stop at 83, most likely 71. Looking for that kind of big pullback. We shall see if Bitcoin actually puts in some bottoms there. If I start to see some kind of price action like this, where we're actually seeing price bounce up off the lows, then of course I'll be interested to potentially scoop up the lows. And then of course, but again, what is the big trade? I keep saying this over and over and over again. These big trending movements on Bitcoin happen following breakouts. So yes, of course, you can of course attempt to buy low. That's absolutely fine, but you get less of the trade, but you'll have a much higher win rate and you'll be able to sleep much better at night when you simply buy into strength, because that is how Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies work. Bitcoin a little bit different, because obviously I am a Bitcoin maximalist long term. I only view trading altcoins as a means to grow my wealth. I don't really view them as like the future. I don't believe in any altcoins like long term. That's not who I am. I'm a trader. I'm not married to these bags, bro. Got me screwed up. I've always been a Bitcoin only guy. And so the thing is, with stocks, value investors may step in to buy discounted prices because they seem attractive, but that is not the case with altcoins. It's not a great strategy. Buying dips on altcoins when we're not in a clearly pronounced bull market is not a great strategy, because there's no intrinsic value for investors to step in and defend. Unfortunately, it's just the case. So main things I'm watching for here, obviously weekly volatility has blue line. So weekly volatility is at an extreme low. We are looking to get a big movement. And so I think for the average trader, simply monitoring to see which direction we break significantly, whether to the upside or to the downside, it is unfortunately looking more like it's going to be to the downside right now. Is likely going to be your best strategy. If you're not sure, if you don't have a good technical strategy, if you're just kind of on the sidelines right now, this is the chart you should be watching for. This is where support is. It looks like we're about to break down from support here. But of course, if we get a nice big greenie to the upside and we break 108 to the upside, then we're probably just going to go back into up only mode, probably go to 125. I don't really see price. We could, of course, triple top here, but we've already double topped here at resistance at 108. There's not a strong incentive for the market to, and anything could happen, but I don't see a strong incentive for the market to go back up just to come back down. I don't really see that. All right. Yeah, I don't want to say that I don't believe in that, Crypto Rick, who says that the weekly dominance candle looks like rejection from resistance. I mean, I'm all well and good with that. And again, that would support the kind of narrative that, hey, maybe buying altcoins right now is not a bad idea. Listen, you guys degen however you want to degen. All right, that's all I'm going to say. All right. Looking at the daily time frame, we can actually extend this out now a little bit more. Okay. Bitcoin continues. I know this wedge isn't perfect, right? Because I'm obviously taking this high and I could be like measuring from here. I mean, maybe that would be like a little bit better if I did something like this, right? Maybe you guys would scream at me less. Okay. Whatever. Well, overall, Bitcoin continues to consolidate in a bit of a wedge or a pennant formation up here at the top. Now, this can be viewed either as a distribution pattern, or this can be viewed as a, as a distribution pattern or a reaccumulation kind of consolidation at the top, breakout pattern. It doesn't really matter. You can speculate either way. It's only, you just have to take a bet, right? And, you know, look for whatever confirmation bias you want. On the daily time frame, Bitcoin has, can you imagine not having a hobby? Like, can we just look at this price action right here? This is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of absolutely nothing. All right. A lot of wicks. Okay. Wick City, no price progress whatsoever for 5 days. Oh my dear Lord. Okay, so again, I will just point out that from a reversal perspective or from a mean reversion perspective, every time Bitcoin has deviated below the daily guppy bands, it's always been a good buy, all right? It's only done it twice before technically and come down to the bottom of the band range once back in December 30th and a little bit higher than that previously in the week leading up to Christmas, all right? So we can see that the guppy band is compressing. We can see that Bitcoin's dives down into the lower range of the band have gotten deeper. Excuse me. And we do have a nice daily kind of indecision candle here today. It seems like Bitcoin reached a high of 98,265, reached a low of about 95,265. So a nice about $3,000 range we've been trading in right now. And we are struggling to get back up and generate that positive momentum. I could see kind of a short time frame breakout trade if Bitcoin was able to cross 99,561 and looking to take that maybe to 104. Okay, absolutely can see that on the table. I'd like to wait for that little bit of confirmation and make sure that we're not going to push back down for an actual deeper test closer to 92,527, which of course does make the breakdown closer to 79,000. And again, looking back on that weekly chart down to 71,000 seem a little bit more likely. 4-hour time frame also is pretty helpful here. We've been in a 4-hour downtrend since January 31st and just been unable to break above that 4-hour level of resistance. So again, for those looking kind of for an early trend confirmation, you guys could be looking for 98,281, looking for a nice 4-hour strong close above that, and then maybe add to your position at basically 100,000 on a strong close above the 200 SMA. Perhaps expect a little bit of resistance, maybe a throwback at this point in time. Be alert, be on guard. But that is what I would be watching for right here. So far, I will say that this does seem to be the weakest rejection that we've seen so far. Notice that every other time that we've previously come up into this 4-hour range of resistance, we've gotten thrown back pretty hard, with the exception of this one. All right, we can see it was kind of a 3 black crows pattern, but you know, violent rejection, violent wick down, violent rejection, violent wick down, violent rejection. And here we've just kind of got this like weak baby doji. So I would say the next 4-hour close should be relatively informative. The next 4-hour close is going to close at about 1 hour and 20 minutes, and does seem like we might potentially get a little bit of kind of a bullish signal there if we are able to kind of hold on to this range into this zone and not reject violently. So that one might be reversal confirmation number 1. Reversal confirmation number 2 would be a nice 4-hour close above this range of resistance that we've seen so far. Notice the 4-hour volatility is also very, very low, so we are also looking for a 4-hour breakout. Basically, we are looking for a move. Let's see here. I don't really think there's really any reason to go any further low. All of that's fine. We're basically in the middle of the intraday range, with Bitcoin's price basically sitting right at VWAP. We see that similarly on the 30-minute and the 200 period. On the 1 hour, we're coming up here to test the 200 SMA. Similar to that 4-hour guppy band we've rejected every single time. So, and we'll see. So yeah, I would say if we can get some bullishness over the next maybe the next 8 to 12 hours, we're either looking, if Bitcoin's price does want to climb, I would be looking at that 98,349 to potentially trade to the upside here, and probably be going for that 104. Yes to crypto. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Coming down to Ethereum on the weekly time frame, Ethereum is putting in a nice little bit of a bounce off of the weekly 200 SMA. All right, we have, this is the same level that we bounced from previously over here. Basically consolidated here for quite a while also previously. Similar to Bitcoin, every time so far in this bull market that we've deviated below the guppy bands, it's been a screaming buy. All right, so I'll just point that out. Okay, Ethereum so far has been able to break above 4,000 in any convincing fashion. To make a new all-time high, we would need to get above about 4,800, 4,900, I believe, would be a new all-time high on Ethereum. Why are we not in logarithmic mode? Somebody help me. Okay. So yeah, I can definitely see from a weekly perspective, not a bad time to take risk, particularly following the devastation of last week's weekly candle. All right. So I see it, guys. I see a strong reason to want to buy the dip. Okay. We're in a good technical position on the weekly time frame to buy an Ethereum dip. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's all I'm going to say. I would say that we're in a significantly less good place to buy a Bitcoin dip. All right. And so you need to factor that in. All right, you need to factor that in. Is Ethereum really going to pump if Bitcoin is going to dump? Okay, I don't think so. I find that unlikely. It's possible, not likely. Ethereum is in a bearish daily trend. Okay. Ethereum has been rejecting from this descending trend line every single time we've gotten up there. Now, Ethereum on the daily time frame is trading below all major moving averages, so I can, of course, see a reversion to the mean trade here. Daily volatility is almost maxed out, so potentially we do see a little bit of a recovery bounce, maybe up to 29.54, which would be about a 10% movement to the upside for Ethereum. Not really liking that setup, I'm not gonna lie. Again, similar to Bitcoin, we can also just simply go no further than the 4-hour time frame, where we see the guppies have been very instrumental in helping us see basically this downtrend that Ethereum has been in, constantly rejecting from the lower boundary of the guppies here, showing some strength here with some nice wicks to the downside, I will say, overnight and early this morning. So overall, honestly, the 4-hour is potentially shaping up for a potential move. I would want to see a close above 27.96, and then potentially we could take this to the 200 SMA up at about 31.26. Well, looking at Solana, oops. All right. Recalculating. I don't really see a big incentive for Solana right here. I mean, obviously we're at a previous market cycle high. On the weekly time frame, we are still in an uptrend, but we've basically just gone sideways since July, to be quite honest with you. Like, I know, like, it doesn't feel that way because, like, we went from 200 down to like 100, back up to 200, and that's a big range. But that's essentially all we've done. We're not going from 20 to 200. We're just not in that cycle anymore. So that's about all I see. Similar to Bitcoin, I don't really see the strong incentive to be going long from a long-term perspective here on Solana. I would really want to see either a big dip, maybe down to $90, or a break out of our current previous high, something like 267, right? So I mean, that's a big move, but that's really what I want to see from Solana. I just don't really see the attraction, to be quite honest with you guys. On the daily time frame, we are of course bouncing from the 200 SMA. This is a level where proximity has generated nice bounces on Solana before. The last one was a nice bounce from 184 all the way up to almost $300. So I will simply just say that. So this would be kind of a triple bottom area. Understand that the more times we test support, but hey, we tested support what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times over here before going from about 140 all the way up to 260. So take that with a grain of salt. We do have some nice wicks to the downside here. Level to break, I would say, for Ethereum. Honestly, we're at our first kind of level of resistance right now. So if we can get a nice close above the 10 daily exponential moving average, sitting at about 204.85, then maybe I'll be a little bit more excited to talk about Solana. And again, really, just similarly, really need look no further than the 4-hour time frame, which we are rejecting from on a doji candle with a high wick, similar to kind of what we saw over here, where the 4-hour guppy trend was just keeping us down. And don't really see anything except for obviously we have a double bottom, nothing but lower highs. We have a double top here. I would say a breakdown of 200 at this point in time is probably going to be pushing price all the way back down to 189. So what I would want to see from Solana is a close above 206.97. AJ, I do not know what happened to your wrench. I do remember your previous name. I do remember that. So I don't know if you were using a different account, but I will tell you what, we did definitely go through and prune a lot of the wrenches. Now that I have you in mind, we will circle back on the wrench. I know a lot of people in San Juan, actually. Alex is down there. Let's see here. Thank you, Dan. Alex says the F200 weekly simple moving average seems to be rolling over. Not a good look. It's not. It's not. Right. I mean, as it sits right now, it does position us for, it's not a bad trade, right? It's just how do you structure it, right? So you have to see that on the weekly, and then you need to actually snipe on the daily, right? With good invalidation. XRP has not closed below the 10 weekly moving average yet. It's currently bouncing from it, but it's not a fantastic look from XRP. Very sharp sell-off here on the weekly time frame. Again, similarly, I am not really seeing a strong incentive to purchase XRP here at these quite inflated prices. We shall see, especially with declining volume. XRP on the daily has now deviated below the daily guppy bands, which are starting to roll over a little bit, meaning they're likely going to act as resistance. If we can get a close above $2.67 on XRP, then that does start to paint a different picture, but right now doesn't really look fantastic. And again, just something that seems to be very common here. We really, if you're looking for price to go from oversold, right? That's fine. Price can be oversold for years and just keep going down further. It doesn't, you know, and all it does is like maybe put in a little bit of a recovery bounce, a little bit of a recovery bounce, a little bit of a recovery bounce. Those don't need to be the trades that you take. But we go to the 4-hour time frame, and we can really start to see this shift in trend. So again, going down to the 4-hour time frame, we've always rejected from these guppy bands. What would we like to see? Well, we'd like to see a close above $2.49, $2.51, I guess, if we want to be really pedantic, from XRP. Because we want to see evidence that we're actually trending to the upside. That's what we want to see. All right, looking at our Elon surprise, Doge is down pretty bad. On the weekly time frame, we've descended all the way back down into the guppy EMA bands. Nice bounce off of the bottom. And so again, I could see a potential mean reversion trade on the table here for altcoins. You know, Doge could bounce here maybe 20%, retest the 10 weekly moving average. But I mean, we're not particularly oversold on the weekly time frame. Volatility is still relatively high. On the daily time frame, we are finding a little bit of support and curling over at the 200 daily SMA, which we really, I mean, we haven't been back here since October of 2024. So big, you know, it's been a hell of a journey up the mountain and down the other side, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. So I do like to see this initial curling. I would just like to see a little bit more follow through. We have resistance coming up at around 26.7 cents for Dogecoin. And of course, we have a bearish daily trend with volatility about maxed out on the daily time frame. And again, 4-hour time frame. We've been rejecting from our bearish 4-hour guppies for quite a while. Level to break is about 26.4 cents. And then potentially we get a push to the 200 SMA up at about 32.6 cents. So on the table, higher risk. All right. With that being said, gold continuing to perform amazingly. Gold, new high, 29.05 today. Beautiful stuff. Silver also in a nice uptrend at about 32 cents. Natural gas pamping, and I love to see it. This is my largest commodities position right now. Very, very happy. Started accumulating natural gas around $14 a contract, so happy. Looking at oil. Oil is having a little bit of an update today at about 72 cents on the oil futures on NYMEX. Really, again, I've been very consistent about this. Still looking for that breakdown below $67. Looking for $50 per contract. Looking at the SPY, the IVV ETF sitting at about 608.02. So holding its daily uptrend, but overall we are just ranging, level to break for a big SPY break out of 613.65. The NASDAQ, the triple Q, sitting at about 529.98. You know, obviously a pretty rough Friday. We gapped up today, level to break, short term 530.07, but more is about 535. I'd like to see a break on the Qs. Looking at US equities, MicroStrategy is just doing its thing, consolidating around its major moving averages. We're either going to take a dive down to 220 to kind of reset the market, or I want to see a breakout of about $400. Coinbase doing a very similar thing, consolidating its moving averages. Nvidia having a very strong bounce back after trading down to 114, up at 134 a share. SMCI trending up about $40. Tesla actually trading down below all major moving averages except the 200. Palantir unstoppable. And I don't really have anything else to say. DJT is doing something very similar as well, consolidating below the 200 daily SMA here also. All right. I think he'd take, well, Alex doesn't drink, but I'm sure there's other things you could purchase him. What do we even have going on here right now? Oh, I see. Looking at our Mink strategy, how have we performed? Pretty choppy, honestly, on the hourly. Going back to today, take profit long signal here. That's basically where we're at right now. On Ethereum, we got 2 continuation long signals over the last 4 hours. Solana done pretty well. Initial long signal here, continuation long, take profit. Let's see here, long, and long again. So pretty long on the gills with regards to Solana. Nothing really to report here. No fresh signals yet from Bitcoin on Minx. Right. Not the beer. It's the new tech bro thing, man. To not drink alcohol. You know? Let's see here. Now we'll go through my 2025 watch list. Do we have any potential trades coming up? Not on BTC. Still riding the short signal that we got generated on February 3rd. With regards to Solana, still short from February 2nd. Ethereum would, let's see here. We'd actually be closing out our short on Ethereum today. Continuation short signal here, continuation short signal here, continuation short signal here, and then getting slammed. MNT, continuation short signal still valid from February 7th. Ohm, Mantra. Again, guys, just remember to take profits on the way up. We traded Mantra. That was a posted signal for the group. We bought here, sold here. Obviously, lost out on some maximum extractable value. FTM/Sonic. Let's see here. Continuation short signal that we got on February 3rd. And we would be closing. Oh, no, sorry. We actually got to close on the 6th. Yeah, we would have closed on this candle right here. So flat on FTM. We do need to close above 80 cents before trending back up to the upside. Ondo Finance. Actually got a short signal yesterday. Radium, short signal on February 3rd. No close yet. Hyperliquid still consolidating around $24 in this range. We have put in some lows, so at this point in time, I would be kind of interested in a breakout above $25 on Hyperliquid. Still probably one of the trades of the season. XRP, again, not really interested until we get back above $3.15 per my system. Short signal on February 3rd, and potentially, there's no reason to close out yet. Let's see here. SUI, continuation short signal on February 2nd, and exit signal February 6th. So nothing to do right now. Athena, nothing to do. Pepe La Frog, nothing to do. Let's see if we're taking profit. Yep, I would be closing out Pepe shorts today. Deep, nothing to do. Jito, looking for a close back above $3.32. Would have shorted on February 5th. No reason to close yet. Hedera Hashcrafts, deeply oversold. Let's see here. Would be closing out a short today following an entry on January 29th. Let's see here. Aave, nothing really to do. Quite not 100% oversold, but very, very close. Pengu only knows how to go down. Grass would close out shorts on Grass. No real up signal yet. Morpho, I would also close out shorts. Chainlink, I would not yet close out shorts. AI XBT, pretty nice bounce back today. Chilling at about what? 27 cents. Hourly low volatility signal on BTC. Means we are looking for a breakout or breakdown. One of the two. Either way, it's going to be a break. Virtuals holding $1. Okay, good to see. Tau having a nice bounce back up. Tau's been bouncing nicely. We talked about Tau. A lot of mind share lately. Nothing really to do. RNDR giving us a nice little bounce. Fetch AI, not so strong of a bounce. AI 16Z. Decent little bounce. Graphane holding 15 cents. Cookie. It's a lot of volume. It's a big move from Cookie. That might be one to write home to mom about. I'll put that one on the watch list. Vader. Yes, no error. Strong bounce back on yes, no error. So, hey, what's going on with these AI tokens? What's up? Not across the board. Select winners, but good to see. Jesus, the one, the only. By the way, public service announcement. For those of you who watch the Super Bowl, you know those He Gets Us ads that you're seeing? Just so you're very, very well aware, Christians aren't making those. Okay. Just so you know. Anyways. Jesus hopefully bottom down here on February 3rd, but this nice wick to the downside. We are, of course, let's get the baseline off. We are, of course, at this area right here. So we know that a lot of people stepped in after this initial pump. Those who bought down here swapped hands. Those who entered new swapped hands here. And essentially we've just kind of seen them, those positions change hands. So Jesus is back down here. What do we need? Big things to watch for on Jesus. We, of course, have the Hall moving average moving down very quickly. I would expect, again, we're not falling out the bottom. So this has been some decent kind of controlled chaos. So obviously, I would love to see a break of the daily HMA 200. We are quite deeply oversold, but we're just not generating trending long signals yet, ladies and gentlemen. And then other things on my watch list right now: White Rock on Ethereum, Checks, which is holding on quite well, about 50 cents. Barachain is probably going to look like Pengu, although if the market picks up, I don't know, might give us some excitement. We'll see. All right. All right, let me get logged into ByDFi, and we will potentially take some trades. All right. Oh, guys, there is a 5,200 USDT giveaway for Valentine's Day going on this week at ByDFi. Check that link in the description. It's going to give you a VIP level 1 fee advantaged account, 17% off all of your perpetual trading fees, whether that's USDT margin contracts, coin margin contracts, leverage tokens, 0% spot trading fees as always. And if you download the ByDFi mobile app, you can copy trade me. You got to search for me. It's not on the web platform yet. There it is. many screens do I have? I have 2 monitors right here, a vertical monitor right here. I have an ultra wide monitor over there where I can see at all times Bitcoin, whatever I'm currently copy trading, kind of the low cap Solana meme coin thing that I'm trading, Solana, and then SPY futures, and then crypto bubbles at all points in time. So I guess technically, that's technically 3 screens. So I guess 3, 4, 5, 6, which is less than I've had in the past. Normally had 8 screens, but I'm getting by with 6. But again, technically 4, because it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. So obviously the 15-minute wants to make me trade to the upside here. So we'll wait for the 5-minute. See if we can get the trigger. But we're gonna have to trend real strong to the upside here if we go. And I'm not a big fan of this volume drop off. We want to see volume rising. We are ranging. Big picture here. Which makes me kind of just want to trade extremes only. All right, boring price action. When do I use Heikinashi candles? On lower time frames. $15-minute and below, but not usually not on the 15-minute, to be quite honest with you. With this strategy, yes, or with this setup, sure. But like, for example, I have my other chart over here. All of these charts over here are the 15-minute. Bitcoin right now, Aave, Graphane, Solana, and the SPY. That's all regular Japanese candlestick, because I have a different system that I'm running over there, which is my primary system. What we're doing, or what we've been doing on stream, is just kind of back testing, live testing this one system. The 1-minute chart would probably be funner, but I don't know. 1-minute chart is not necessarily conducive to what I'm trying to teach you guys. I just want you guys to understand strategy. So we can just wait. Because the 15-minute isn't an uptrend, but it's a pretty weak uptrend. However, I will say that we had a break of resistance. We've pulled back. We've kind of back tested these levels. Decent wicks down here to the downside. Good block trading over the last hour on BTC though. This section right here, if we look at regular candlesticks, was just block trading. See? Might get a breakout. Nothing really trending today as far as crypto goes. Obviously, the very disappointing Super Bowl yesterday. Obviously, being from Iowa, most of my friends were Chiefs fans. That was just the most horrible, absolutely atrocious possible showing. Yeah, now that USAID is not funding things, clearly, I mean, we can... There we go. That's a little bit better. Delta volume is strong. Let's see here. OpenAI's custom chip strategy advances with TSMC partnership. FEMA's New York City migrant hotel funding raises concerns. Elon Musk saying that the Doge team just discovered that FEMA sent $59 million last week to luxury hotels in New York City to house illegal migrants. That money is meant for American disaster relief. Oh, this one's pretty good. Did you guys see this debacle? Yeah. So, you know, it's like a thing to break a bottle, right, to christen a new ship. But apparently people are saying that the EU regulators think it's too dangerous to simply break a bottle, so they got to use this freaking contraption to do so. Instead of just, I don't know, breaking the bottle over the new ship. There it goes. I'll tell you what, that's a strong bottle. Yeah. Maybe you got tricked. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. Super Bowl ads spark debate on obesity and corporate responsibility. Yeah, she would not look like that if she actually drank Pepsi. OpenSea denies airdrop privacy concerns. OpenSea Foundation saying, good morning. None of the rumors on X today are true. Only trust links that we post from this account. McDonald's missed its Q4 earnings. Barachain price plunge. Who could have predicted that? My goodness. Community reactions and market strategies. Let's dive into the world of Barachain. Let's see here. Arthur Hayes says, to all you shitcoin founders about to do a token generation event, work with your market makers and exchange partners to open the market at lower prices. This chart is ugly, not because the project is, but because the price is too damn high. Bring your users on a wealth generation journey with you. Yeah. Yeah, airdrops suck. Good job, guys. I will say that the altcoin sentiment out there is rough, guys. These guys saying that, you know, sentiment was better in the 2022 Bara. It's absolutely true. Sentiment's rough, man. Well, what's there to say? It was in the name Bara, after all. There won't be a second hype. Tesla's Bitcoin holdings, a corporate crypto strategy debate. Tesla reports increasing its Bitcoin holdings to 11,509. Well, if Tesla's buying Bitcoin, then you know its price is going to go up. If it worked for Saylor, you know what I'm saying? He's now exploring the possibility of purchasing the landfill where he believes the hard drive containing the Bitcoin is buried. This man is on a mission, dude. This man's been trying to get his Bitcoin out of this landfill for like 10 years. I hope this guy gets it, man. And super functional gaming ecosystem. All right, B3, huh? To the trenches. Why do I not have a cookie? Huh. Interesting. Where are we? VVV. We want the base chain. No, we're good. VVV is I guess VVV's been kind of pumping actually since it bottomed on February 2nd. V is like 5x'd. Holy shit. Yeah, it's up 216%. From 400 million to 860 million. Man, you guys shouldn't have faded Eric Voorhees. I'll tell you what. This is Triple V on base B3. Excuse me. This is a honeypot. Where is the official contract? There we go. Aha. Shoop. All right. We are already at a $537 million market capitalization. So basically starting off exactly where Barra ended up. Okay. Which is essentially where it opened up at. It opened up at like 400, ran up to $1 billion, so it 2x'd. Let me get signed into my watch list here. There we go. I'll add B3 to the watch list here. What else is up decently today? Yeah, VVV up another 26%. Other things I'm watching on base. AI XBT up 17%. We already talked about that. Luna up 10.96%. BNKR up 11.27%. Probably, yeah, the biggest one is that VVV. It's pretty impressive. Base on base. Not looking great for BTC, but still a little bit too early to tell. Consolidating above a previous high. Might want to make a run for it. Don't really see anything right now. I mean, the principled thing to do here, obviously, is short it, because we're at resistance in a 15-minute bearish trend, right? 5-minute bearish trend, excuse me. So I would be predicting that the 15-minute trend hits or breaks down. Yeah, but the 15-minute up volume is only 5.92%, so you would typically want to fade this anyways, especially after rejection from 98. Yeah, I am kind of trading against the 15-minute, I'm not going to lie. So we'll see. But we'll have very tight invalidation. Basically, we'll do any close over 97,647, so any close above the 5-minute lagging trend, we'll close out. Other than that, very short. Whoa, big sell from B3. Now we can put the daily on. All right. Yeah, on base, Triple V has been pumping. So, not bad for you guys. DGen AI, chilling at about $295,000 market capitalization. BNKR has also been pumping over the last few days, so very interesting to see. Kind of capital rotation into the very low caps, the base chain at least. AIXBT, we already talked about the AI coins having a little bit of a bounce back. AIXBT sitting at 272 million market cap, which previous support, not a bad level. Virtuals up about 10.84% today, sitting at about $607 million market capitalization. Yeah, I mean, we do have some previous support here, but that's very speculative. Proxy, I think everybody sold Proxy now, right? Like, are people finally willing to admit that this was a scam? Yeah. Okay, not great. All right, back to Solana. What do we got going on Solana? Trump coin, sitting at $16 billion market cap. So, oh, how the mighty have fallen. No reversal signs whatsoever. Let's see here. Quant. Still oversold. Cove. Nothing yet. Newer. $11.60 million market capitalization. Agency. $1.25 million market capitalization. The yes no error. Decent bounce. $40.63 million market capitalization, but just hard to tell, ladies and gentlemen. Again, these are momentum based, so you really just want to see breakouts. You don't really want to be dip buying things like these, unfortunately. Even if they are the future, Zerbro up 18.52%. That's pretty pitiful, though. We need to see a lot more. All right, need to see a lot more. Proxy, not a scam. It's a DAO that hasn't started yet. I apologize. I'm not an on-chain guy, man. I'm sorry. Just a price guy. So I see something that's down 99.9%. I'm like, okay. Forgive my ignorance. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to grab some water. I will be right back. All right, breakdown or fake out from BTC. Yay. You love to see it. Let's see here. People saying on X, yes to crypto. You got any thoughts on B3? Got everything from its gaming infrastructure. You know, we've already gone through all this. Already gone through all this. OpenSea airdrop blocking US and adding full KYC. Yeah, I mean, we're moving into the age of regulation, ladies and gentlemen. Florida bill proposes state investment in Bitcoin. Okay. Let me know when you get the vibes. Starknet enhancements. China sees record low in marriages amid birth rate concerns. Shocking. Senate to confirm Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. this week. SMCI stock surge. Yep. Whistleblower accuses Governor Shapiro in Trump assassination attempt. Yep. Labor MP suspended over offensive WhatsApp comments. And what did he say? He said this flag should not be displayed in hospitals, schools, and other public sector institutes. Oh my God. Unity of Michigan is expecting much higher inflation than the New York Fed. So far, nice little down move on BTC here. Nothing to write home to mom about. Gotta take out 97, 194. You saw the double bottom on B3, so you're in? Okay. We got the vibes now, huh? Yeah, especially with on chains pumping for the last like 7 days. That's not bad. Base has been kind of, like I said, I'm kind of surprised. I kind of ignored base last week, but I'm pretty shocked that VVV basically 2x last week. starts and ends with B3, B3. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. 0x B3, B3. That is a vibe. All right, so we got our first baby breakdown right now. What was our entry price? 97,534. So now our stop loss at 97,500. At this point, just to avoid any shenanigans, any funny business. That will attract Solana folk in game. I mean, yeah. We are going to do our infamous marble run, ladies and gentlemen, here in about 5 minutes. Get pumped. It's coming. It is happening, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. All right, so let's talk this over, guys. On a precision, or on a I would say a decent trade setup, I would give this something like a 5 out of 10. Why? Because if we're trading a mean reverting strategy or a reversal strategy, then what we want to be operating in is extremes only. Okay, extremes only means we're fading, either we're shorting pumps or we're longing dumps. And in that scenario, you want to see an extreme overbought or oversold scenario. You want to see extreme volume, very high volume. So looking at the chart in front of us, this candle stands out to me as a good candidate because of the extreme in volume. You can see the volume moving average there, and you can see the very strong bullish volume there. Again, we're not deeply overbought utilizing this momentum oscillator. So again, it's not a perfect setup. I don't really see a perfect setup on this chart. The only, I guess, decent, better one that I do see is we are extremely oversold here, and so a long in this zone would not be bad, especially basically coming back to our lagging trend line right here. So all good. Why did we take this position? Well, we wanted content. On now the daily, not according to this, but overall the daily trend has been bearish. The 4-hour trend has been bearish. Now, when we looked, the 15-minute trend was actually bullish, so we are fading the 15-minute trend. What are reasons we would want to fade the 15-minute trend? Well, we see stiff resistance, right? We see what I like to call an alley-oop, which is where we have established resistance, and then price looks very good on high volume, attempting to break out above that resistance, and then sells off immediately, right? Also called a fake out or a throwback, all right? Throwing back is when we look to break out of a consolidation pattern and then get violently thrown back into it, right? So attempt to break out. No, we're not breaking out. We're going right back down. That's called a throwback. But typically throwback is when we're talking about patterns, but same concept. So price got thrown back into the trading range. Price was rising in an attempt to kind of get back to this for another potential breakout, but we entered into this consolidation area right here and we're unable to get above it. You can see that's essentially where price rejected right there. Now on the 15-minute time frame, or on the 5-minute time frame, excuse me, I need to take this call. I apologize. Okay, sorry about that. All right, we were talking about this trade setup. Anyways, so we had the bearish 5-minute trend that is giving us the impetus that this is the direction that we should really be trading in this time frame. We also have confluence with that, knowing that the overall higher time frame is bearish as well. You can of course take into discretionary account or even non-discretionary account, if you can develop indicators or filters for it, like, hey, are we in an extreme maybe on the daily or the weekly time frame that would make me want to reconsider this? And that's absolutely fine. See, sometimes, and this could be something powerful you can add to your strategy. If we're at an extreme on the daily, if we're at an extreme on the weekly or what have you, or even on the 4 hours, say we're like heavily overbought or heavily oversold, big volume coming in, and you're in a scenario like this where you're thinking to trade to the downside, that's fine to, I wouldn't say trade contrary. You don't want to be a reversal trader per se, but to say to yourself, okay, you know, I'm just not going to be trading these setups, right? I want to get because again, what is really going to be a godsend for you as a trader is clarity and confidence. If you don't have the confidence in your setups, it's really, really hard to develop it. We're going to move our stop down to 97,350. And you just have to learn to build that confidence for yourself in your system. If you're not confident when you enter into a position that you're going to have a win, it's going to be very hard for you to consistently execute. So building that confidence is the most important thing. And what will give you that confidence is eliminating as many discretionary nonsense bits and bobs from your strategy as possible, making it very clear when you should act and very clear to decide. And then overall, the other reason why I think this was a good position is that when we look at our momentum oscillator, which kind of gives us an idea, it's never perfect, but it gives us a good idea of where we're kind of at in an asset's cyclical or rhythmic movements. We're very, very near to overbought here. So we do know that if we do want to be trading to the downside, when our momentum oscillator is very near to overbought or high, that's going to be our best tactical area of entry when price is up. Obviously, you want to short high, cover low, and buy low, sell high. So ideally. Now, when you're trend following, you won't always get that opportunity because usually you'll be entering on a breakout or a shift of trend, which is a different scenario. But again, looking for those opportunities to sharpen your saw and get those better entries is pretty good. So I reckon price will either put in a small inside bar here and continue on downwards, or we'll likely bounce up, hit the top of this, and make another shot back up for 97,691. But either way, it doesn't really matter. We're in the profit. We're going to be earning some green on this trade. And if it continues to move down, we'll just continue to follow it with our stop loss. With that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the marble race. We are giving away 1 billion Jesus tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. Big shout out to Profit Bear for making this happen for us, representing the Jesus community. Let me get the music turned off. There we go. We have 54 races. Sorry, let me just double check my inbox and make sure that we didn't get any new entries. Okay, I don't see any. All right, so here we are, into the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one round for 1 billion Jesus coins on the Coils of Power track. We have added in everyone's names as participants, 54 participants in today's race, 54 bot racers, and let's get it going. All right, here we go. Now, as always, do actually need to get the music back on because for some reason there's not music inside the game, which I don't know why that is, but whatever. All right, let's make sure we got this WE forward up. Wish it was just WASD. Oh, up. How do I go down? Swap camera. Okay, we'll try that. See? All right. Either way. All right. Oh, kind of cool. No, that's kind of cool. There we go. Anyways. Enough playing around. Let's get the race going, ladies and gentlemen. On your marks, get set, go. Here they go around the spinning loop of death. Down towards the middle, they all go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Who will emerge victorious? Who will emerge victorious? And we have Tobias R taking a strong lead. Tobias R in the lead, undefeatable as we come up. Oh, a lot of obstacles in this course. But Tobias R, a very dominant lead so far. Is he able to be stopped? Hello, SC. Good to see you in here, my friend. All right, Tobias R coming up into the first area, the vortex, and he merges down without A lot of concern. But Marty E taking the lead. Obviously, zapping further forward on the course. Lucas B, though. What? And Peckham somehow takes the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, they are kind of spread out all over the place, but no, oh, Peckham is dead. Peckham is dead. They're kind of all over the place. You can see there are multiple ways to get down to the bottom. Marty E currently in the lead. Let's zoom in on him. Wait, no. LST? Okay, these are wrong. Lucas B clearly in the lead. Sorry. Sometimes it gets it wrong. Oh, we hit the dice. We hit the dice. Are we going to be able to make it? Okay, Lucas B teleporting, but it seems he teleported into the past because Marty E is in the lead, but he doesn't really know what's going on. And down, Marty E is the winner. Marty E is the winner. Congratulations, sir. Unstoppable. A lot of teleporting there. I was not really able to keep on top of that. Not as many deaths as we often have, but less than the previous one. Today was a nice family-friendly course. Not a lot of deaths. So congratulations, Marty E. You are the winner. Looks like we're still waiting on some. Oh, there goes D's nuts. Yep, we've got some deaths. The deaths continue to pour in. Looks like these guys are going to take quite a while to get down to us. Nope, deathed. And dead. All right. And dead. Marty E, you are the winner. 1 minute and 32 seconds. Congratulations, my friend. You are the winner of 1 billion Jesus tokens today. I am going to follow up with you right now. Let's see here. I got you right here. I got your address. Copy. Send to this address. Double checking. Yep. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Boop. There it is. Generating the send. And those tokens are going through the Ethereum right now. All right. Congratulations, everybody. Final results. Marty E, followed by LST and John Bang B. Go back to the race menu, and we will remove Marty E from future. Let's see here. Let's find him. There it is. All right, 53 racers. Still time for you guys to enter for tomorrow's giveaway, of course. Change this to 53. And there we have it. All right, looks like our stop loss got taken out there. And yes, we are out of the trade. Not bad. Nice, tight little trade for us right there, ladies and gentlemen. But all things must come to an end. All good things, that is. Even bad things must come to an end. So there's always tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for another live stream for your crypto market update. Again, wrapping up here in the afternoon, February 10th, 2025. I hope you guys go forth invigorated, filled with trading knowledge, trading a little bit better, trading a little bit more confidently. If you want to support what we're doing with this free content, please like today's video, share it with your friends, your family, even your enemies, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. That notification bell will make sure you get notified every time we go live. You can, of course, be watching our content on YouTube, Rumble, and X. So thank you, all of you, throughout the different platforms for your very much support. Please join our free Discord. It is a fantastic place to connect with other real cryptocurrency traders, not bots, not bull posters, not spam. and hone and sharpen your saw and become a better trader. And of course, if you're super interested in becoming a better trader, consider our courses. They're linked down in the description below at our Crypto Trading Academy. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns, hot stock tips, or death threats, please leave them in the comment section. I do my best to answer every single comment, and anything you guys want to see in future episodes, I would love to hear it. Until then, I will be back tomorrow. Same crypto time, same crypto network. Stay frosty, ladies and gentlemen, and be kind to one another. I'll see you tomorrow.